Hello, Zix here. Time for episode 3 of Skyblock on the Minesaga server. Last episode I showed you a sneak peek of the villager farm, or at least one of my villager farms. Today my intention is to show you how to build it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So this is my other villager farm. This one only has 43,500 as opposed to the other one. A couple of my alts here. And this one's a little more simple, so that's why I'm going to do this one for the tutorial. The other one's really complicated. Although similar, this will get you started a lot quicker than my other one. You're going to need a lot of money for that other farm. It takes about 85 to 95 void chests, as well as T3 hoppers, which is going to be a lot for someone starting out. Okay, so let's get going. I typically build with cobble. Don't know why, I just do. So we're going to stick with that. Fast place, please. And then protect. Oh, the edge. Let's go the other direction. As with before, we need to be within one chunk. It's a little different for the spawning area. Doesn't matter if it overlaps strangely here, but we want all of our hoppers within one chunk. That's the important thing. But still, have room for one more? Yeah, let's go one more over. I don't want to touch it. So there are multiple ways to kill villagers. You can drop them, which is actually a little bit easier. But eventually you get to a point where you have to handle overflow, just like with the iron farm. Getting them into a hopper loop, if you're dropping them, is not as easy as it is here. This is a little asymmetrical. That's kind of annoying. Okay, so like before, oops, too far. Do a quick outline. Now this one requires a slightly different mentality than the other one, because you can't rely on signs. You have to have non-stop water. So I'm going to build that outer edge and then show you it built to save time on camera. Okay, step 2. We want to do a little L shape, all 4 corners, like you see over there. I came up 1 and then counted 5 out. All 4 corners. Apologize for the dog barking in the background. And then we're going to do this. Connect all 4 corners, and then we'll come back. Okay, now we're going to fill in this little row here all the way around to match what we have over here. And I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, coming along quite nicely. Alright, now, whoops. A lot of signs. We're going to need a lot of these bad boys. Yeah, keep the chunks on for now. Next thing is to wrap signs around the top here so that the water does not fall in a way we don't want it to fall. Make sure Remember to hold shift and space at the same time. Okay, next step. We need to bring in this part here. And this is pretty simple. You're just going to do a two-tiered system. We're going to get down to one spot. Let's do an outer layer here. Traditionally, we're going to do the 8-block. 8-block for water travel. There can't be any spots where the villager won't be moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll be back. Okay. Now we're going to go down one more. All the way over. So there's going to be a 1 drop spot. Piece of cake, right? And I might need to put signs. I'm pretty sure I'm going to put signs at the end of this. Yep. Oops, not there. And we're falling. Come on. Do I not have backs? Anyway, I'll fix that later. And we're going to come across here. Like so. Alrighty, next step. Come down in here. Always forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cobble. You could always build this out of just a nicer block if you wanted to. I don't care personally because nobody's ever going to see it but me and my alts. And I don't care about their opinion. There's some block lag today, huh? Good old server. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. That brings them down here. Goes off the side. And now the fun part. Killing them. We want 2 high. That's it. No higher. Any higher and you're going to break it. It won't work as it's intended. Actually, I have that wrong. My mistake. You want it 3 high. Otherwise they are in the water. It's block lag. Okay, I'm going to come back after I clean this up. And we're back. Okay. Next step, we are going to do a row of signs all the way across. And maybe you're noticing, but you cannot. I know this is a broken record for me. It's not allowing me to write on these signs, which, while it is a frustrating glitch, it's actually kind of nice here. It's one less step when I'm building a farm. This, my friends, is where the lava is going to go. So here's the theory. Villagers float and try to swim in lava. Don't know why iron golems and villagers do not have similar mechanics. But they don't. So what happens? The water is going to push them here, into this. And when it does, they're going to go up, float up, which you will see demonstrated very soon, shortly. Another row of glass here. And a little water. Okay. So, they spawn, they fall in the water, enjoy a little bit of the water park. When they get here, they're going to start swimming in this water. When they swim in the water, they're going to go up into the lava, then they're going to start swimming in the lava, and they're going to leave the water completely, so they will stay on fire. So let's go ahead and demonstrate that. Good guess. I'm not going to build that. I did that in the last video. You should know how to do that already. If you're wondering what these silly things are, it's because I feel like once I get down here with villagers, I'm going to need more. And that's why I have this 4-way system here, because there's going to be 3 columns coming down here as well. Because if I did another full ring, I would have to have another piece of water pushing them this way. I don't want to extend the time it takes them to burn, so that's why we're not doing that. Alright, we have our first guest. I have no hoppers in here, so you're going to see his waist. Where is he? There he is. Swimming up into the lava, not in the water, dying. Fortunately, everything drops at the feet, not at the head. This row actually should not be here. And there you go. Now, to show you this collection system, I built it all conveniently with glass to make it easier. As you can see, actually I do not have enough here for overflow with 250 hoppers, so we probably won't see any waste go into the system. But I could show you on the other farm. I have my alt in there because I'm looking at 2 screens while I do this. Basically, without having to build all of this, the drops would come here, fall onto this little tunnel here, going to this little drop, which then goes around the exact same loop that I built on the other video. Also, if you're wondering why I have a double layer of hoppers, I've noticed that if you have a single layer of hoppers, there's a glitch where drops pop out and fall into the void. I don't really understand why it does that, but it does. So that's why these are all doubled up. It protects against that. Hopefully this is enough. I don't have to build this. That's the hard part anyway. This is all pretty much the same as the other farm except for this spot, which you can clearly see how it works here. They drop any part of these 8 spots, drop down a layer, 8 spots. Well, it's actually 7 or 6, but assigned to keep the water from going down. You don't want the water coming down here because it'll mess up the loop. Just like in the iron golem farm, if water's going down on the sides, it messes up the loop. And as always, stay within one chunk with your hoppers. Now let's see what it looks like with waste. Again, this is a different setup. I'm actually not done. I still have to convert these. But the theory here is no two hoppers connect to each other. They're all connected to a void, one void chest. The thought process, so you can see it coming down. The thought process is that before they sell, they transfer their inventories sometimes, except for this guy connecting to nothing, but that's okay. So if you stop that from happening, if you stop them from transferring into another hopper, that hopper will have a completely empty inventory for the next drops. So if you're transferring to another hopper and something dies when 3 stacks of 64 are in that next hopper, there's now only 2 slots to collect. With this theory, you don't have that. Again, I'm not done because buying a bunch of void chests is painful. Even though I have a lot of money, I still have to compete with people, with other bidders, and I don't want to pay overpriced. But as you can see, while I've been talking, you can see how this works. And as you're going over, like here comes this one, watch it as it flies over, fill up with poppies probably. Nope, there it goes. See how it filled up? See how it filled up with the lapis going over top? That collects extra to help save on waste. It may not optimize a whole lot more, but every penny counts. Every penny helps. So yeah, that's this. That's my villager farm. There are droppers that work as well, but again, I don't like them. I prefer the lava method. For one, it's satisfying to see all these guys here dying. For two, I don't want to deal with redstone to handle waste, because you have to use pistons with drawstrings or on a timer or something like that. I don't want to have to deal with that. So anyway, thank you for watching. Maybe I'll go ahead and show a dropper system next time, or maybe I'll do something less tutorial-y. Maybe a build, I don't know. Anyway, take it easy.